The seven deadly sins, also known as the capital vices or cardinal sins, is a grouping and classification of vices. According to the standard list, they are pride, greed, wrath, envy, lust, gluttony, and sloth, which are contrary to the seven heavenly virtues. In the NFL, there are plenty of players that we can represent the seven sins with, and today I picked the best ones in my opinion that really represent the sins. You guys enjoyed the NBA version so much, making it our second most viewed video in channel history, so I thought we would come back today and do an NFL version before the start of the season. Make sure to let me know who you guys would have for each sin before this video starts, and let's get right into it. First up is lust, who is Deshaun Watson. Watson's career began with immense promise. As a quarterback for the Houston Texans, his on-field skills were electrifying. He was leading the organization to the playoffs with his immaculate play, looking like he was the future of the league. However, his career took a dark turn with serious legal troubles. Allegations of misconduct and inappropriate behavior have significantly impacted his reputation and career. Lust, in this context, represents more than just physical desire. It's the unchecked actions that have led to Watson's downfalls. His case highlights how off-the-field actions can overshadow his on-the-field play, which has ultimately led him to a very tough path for him trying to reach the elite level of quarterbacking he was once at. Next up, we have gluttony, which we can see through Eddie Lacy. Drafted by the Green Bay Packers in 2013, Lacy had a promising start with a stellar rookie season, showcasing his powerful running style and versatility. However, his career faced significant challenges due to weight and conditioning issues. Despite his initial success, Lacy struggled to maintain his physique, leading to health problems and a decline in performance. Reports of his difficulty managing his weight led him to being placed on the injured reserve list, and eventually his inconsistent play forced the Packers to release him. Lacy's difficulties with weight management persisted even after moving to the Seattle Seahawks, where he also struggled to meet team expectations and was then cut from the roster. His inability to control his diet and fitness became a major obstacle, overshadowing his natural talent and affecting his career longevity. Lacy's story vividly illustrates how gluttony, which is an excess indulgence and lack of self-control, can derail a promising career. His experience serves as a powerful reminder of the crucial role that personal discipline and balance play in a professional sport. Next, we delve into greed with Le'Veon Bell. Bell, another standout running back, this time for the Pittsburgh Steelers, was known for his exceptional skills and versatility on the field. However, his career took a dramatic turn during the 2018 NFL season, where he would hold out for a new contract. Bell's decision to forego playing in order to secure a better financial deal reflected a deep-seated desire for greater personal gain, demonstrating how greed can drive a player's actions. His holdout created significant tension with the Steelers and led to a heated public debates about his worth and the value that he brought to the team. The prolonged negotiation between Bell and the Steelers was a high-stakes drama, with Bell seeking a new contract that would make him the highest-paid running back in the league. This led to a standoff that ultimately resulted in Bell sitting out the entire season. This bold move, driven by a desire for financial security and recognition, highlights how greed can impact not just personal relationships, but also team dynamics. The fallout from this decision had ripple effects throughout the league, affecting both Bell's career and the Steelers' performance. After sitting out the 2018 season, Bell would sign with the New York Jets in 2019, but his time there had inconsistent performances and even more complications. His tenure with the Jets did not live up to expectations, and he was eventually released in 2020. Bell's experience underscores the ultimate consequences of greed. While seeking more money and a better deal might seem justifiable, it can lead to significant personal and professional repercussions. Bell's career serves as a compelling example of how the pursuit of financial gain can sometimes overshadow one's impact and his legacy in the sport. Let's dive into sloth with Jamarcus Russell, the former first overall pick in the 2007 NFL Draft. Russell entered the league with very high expectations, given his impressive college career and physical attributes. However, his time in the NFL was marked with a troubling lack of work ethic and dedication. reports quickly emerged about Russell's poor preparation habits, including his notorious struggles with weight and conditioning. He was often criticized for not putting in the necessary effort to study game film or practice effectively, which can be highlighted by the infamous story of his coaches giving him a blank tape to study, which resulted in him saying that he watched the whole thing. Russell's lack of commitment became increasingly evident as his career progressed, culminating in his release from the Oakland Raiders after just 3 seasons. His reluctance to put in the hard work needed to succeed at the professional level epitomizes the sin of sloth. The consequences of his disengagement were severe. Not only did he fail to live up to his potential, but his career also ended prematurely. Russell's story highlights how neglecting one's responsibilities and failing to put in the effort can lead to a quick and dramatic fall from grace, especially in the NFL. Let's explore the sin of wrath through the career of Josh Norman. Known for his fiery and aggressive style, Norman made a name for himself as the NFL's most passionate cornerback at the time. And this comes with a position opposite the side of the wide receiver, which is seen by many as maybe a prima donna or a superstar, depending on how you look at it. A cornerback is the one that usually has to guard the wide receiver, and the wide receiver usually receives a lot of attention. So Norman went out there and made sure that he was a pest on defense, and especially with his rivalry against Odell Beckham Jr. During a 2015 game, Norman and Beckham engaged in a series of physical and emotional confrontations that culminated in penalties for both players. This clash underscored Norman's tendencies to let his wrath dictate his actions, leading to costly penalties and damaging his reputation. This would also happen almost every time that they played against each other. His outspoken personality and frequent verbal spats with players and media contributed to his polarizing presence in the league. Norman's subsequent move to the Washington football team and the Buffalo Bills were marked by a continued incidents reflecting his struggle with controlling his anger. His career highlights how unchecked wrath can impact personal performance, team dynamics, and his professional relationships. Next, we have envy with Brett Favre, one of the most iconic quarterbacks in NFL history. Favre's legendary career with the Green Bay Packers was marked by numerous records and unforgettable moments, including a Super Bowl victory and 3 MVP awards. Despite his success, Favre's career was not without its complexities, particularly regarding his competitive nature and desire to remain in the spotlight. The retirement saga that unfolded in the late 2000s highlighted an underlying sense of envy. Favre's decision to come out of retirement and return to play, while admirably, also revealed his struggles with letting go and accepting the rise of younger quarterbacks like Aaron Rodgers. Favre's repeated retirements and returns created significant drama and tension within the Packers organization. His departure and return to the NFL with the New York Jets and later the division rival Minnesota Vikings illustrated his desire to prove himself and remain relevant. The attention and drama surrounding his career moves reflected a deeper envy of the new generation of quarterbacks and the spotlight they received. Favre's need to stay in the limelight and his complex relationships with successors like Rodgers and other emerging stars reveal how envy can subtly influence and even the most accomplished guys. His story underscores the challenges of dealing with personal insecurities and the impact they can have on one's career and their legacy. The final sin is pride, seen through the career of Antonio Brown. Brown quickly became one of the most loved and dynamic receivers in the NFL, asserting himself towards the top of the league to start his career. His rise with the Pittsburgh Steelers established him as one of the league's top receivers, earning multiple Pro Bowl selections and a reputation for being one of the most dominant players in the NFL. However, his career took a turn as his off-field behaviors began to overshadow his on-field accomplishments. Brown's pride manifested in several ways, most notably through his constant quest for personal validation and recognition. His flamboyant personality, social media posts, and high-profile disputes with teams and officials illustrated his need for constant attention and admiration. The public drama surrounding his exits from the Steelers and his subsequent stints with the Raiders and the Patriots highlighted his struggles with humility and self-control. His infamous outburst, including a now legendary incident where he threw furniture out of a window, and his disruptive behavior leading to his release from the Patriots, further emphasized his struggle with pride. Even after joining the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and winning a Super Bowl, Brown's pride continued to create issues. His actions, including a dramatic exit from a game mid-season, demonstrated his ongoing battle with controlling his ego and maintaining his professionalism. The culmination of his controversies led to a series of legal troubles and public disputes, reflecting how unchecked pride can have far-reaching consequences. Brown's career serves as a powerful example of how the pursuit of constant validation and attention can disrupt even the most promising careers, ultimately impacting both personal and professional relationships. And that will conclude our video today, the 7 deadly sins as represented by NFL players. Let me know down below what you guys agree with, what you guys disagree with, and if you guys want to see me do this for the 7 heavenly virtues as NFL players, let me know down below, and thank you guys for the continued support on the channel, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next one.